From News 19, I'm meteorologist Daniel Bonds. We're tracking wintry weather. We are under a News 19 weather impact alert day. Through early Saturday, we're expecting this wintry mix for the Midlands. If at all possible, probably want to stay off the roadways because there will be some slick conditions, especially in the northern half of the Midlands where the winter storm warning is in effect. So a wintry mix could include rain, sleet, snow, and freezing rain. Hazardous road conditions are possible. And the areas that have a little bit more freezing rain could have some power outages, so that's something we'll have to watch as well. According to NOAA, about 70% of snow and ice related injuries occur in automobiles. So if you absolutely have to be out, make sure you leave plenty of space between you and the vehicle in front of you. And best advice, if you do absolutely have to be out, just slow down if you are going to be on the roads. So we are expecting some rain, we're expecting some sleet, we're expecting some freezing rain, and there will be that possibility for some snow as well. So that's why we're calling this a wintry mix. A wide look at the winter storm warnings all the way from the South Carolina up to North Carolina, from the Midlands up to parts of the mountains. Winter storm warning for Kershaw, Fairfield, Newberry, and Saluda counties, and for the Upstate, a little bit closer look at the winter storm warning in effect for the Midlands. That will continue until 7 o'clock Saturday morning. Do have a winter weather advisory. It's kind of, we'll say, purple area. We'll zoom in a little bit closer to the Palmetto State. This does include the rest of the Midlands and over towards the Pee Dee as well. So the rest of the Midlands, that would include Aiken, Lexington, Columbia, Sumter, Lee, Clarendon, Calhoun, and Orangeburg counties. This winter weather advisory continues until 4 o'clock Saturday morning. So heavy mixed precipitation possible. Total snow and sleet accumulations up to 1/2 inch, and ice accumulations between 1/10 and 2/10 of an inch possible. That would be in the winter weather advisory area. In the winter storm warning area, heavy mixed precipitation is expected. So a little bit of a difference there. Ice accumulations between 2/10 and 3/10 of an inch are expected, with total snow and sleet accumulations up to 1/2 inch. Could have some moderate delays in this orange area. So if you are traveling, especially as we get to the afternoon and evening hours and during the overnight hours as well, there will be that possibility for some slick roads. As we get to Saturday afternoon, everything improves across South Carolina, Georgia, and over towards Alabama. That'll be the case for Saturday night and Sunday morning. Pretty quiet road conditions. Somebody asked about heading to church on Sunday morning. Don't think that'll be an issue, but there will be issues later today and tonight as this wintry mix does spread across South Carolina. So we'll pick up our forecast. This is kind of a wide look as that low continues to develop and does bring that wintry mix into the Carolinas, including for us here in South Carolina and the Midlands. Here's a look at the forecast for the Carolinas as we do move through the rest of your Friday. You see that wintry mix for a large part of South Carolina. More snow is possible in North Carolina. Kind of see that band of rain, wintry mix. That line kind of moves a little bit farther towards the north as that warmer air does surge northward. So the latest run of our forecast model does bring that wintry mix, some snow, some freezing rain, maybe some sleet into the Midlands a little bit earlier in the day. This is noon. And then as we kind of jump ahead towards 2 o'clock, we'll go through this to 4. That'll be the time we'll have to really start to watch for maybe those hazardous road conditions to start to develop, and then into the night as well. The rain starts to move a little bit more towards the north as those warmer temperatures do start to move more towards the north as well. A closer look at the forecast for the Midlands, picking things up this morning as the snow, sleet, maybe some freezing rain kind of spreads across the Midlands right along and north of I-20. Probably a little bit better chance for a little bit of snow at times. There's 3:45, 4 o'clock during the rush hour. There will be some slick roads out there, especially in the northern half of the Midlands. Gradually, 8 o'clock or so, that freezing line begins to shift a little bit more towards the north. And then it looks like late this evening and tonight, we're basically left with some rain. And then by 2 o'clock, that rain is pretty isolated. And then by the time most of us wake up, we'll have a lot of sunshine and it'll be a bit breezy at times. Latest information from once again, our in-house forecast model. This can change a little bit. That's something we'll be watching, but this is what As far as our forecast model is looking at for snow totals, again, this could change a little bit. It could go up, it could go down a little bit, and there's a closer look at what we're expecting for the Palmetto State. The Midlands, again, this will probably change a little bit. Looks like there may be just a little bit better chance for a dusting over towards parts of Saluda and Newberry counties, but we can't rule out a little dusting of snow. The HUR, another high-resolution model, not showing nearly as much snowfall. I will say the European forecast model, which is kind of a longer range, is showing a little bit more snowfall. What we don't like is the ice. Certainly a possibility. This is the latest from the Weather Prediction Center, showing a 70% chance of 1/10 of an inch or more of ice for a large part of the Midlands. That's what we don't want to see. Ice forecast from our in-house forecast model, or the graph showing that ice chance across Georgia, the Carolinas, even here in the Midlands. We could have some, we'll say, ice that could cause some issues, bringing down some trees, some limbs, obviously impacting the power across the Midlands. Once you get to about 1/4 of an inch, that's when you're talking about some issues. We're going to keep our fingers crossed we don't see that much, but it's not outside the realm of possibility. Here's our snow forecast. It's kind of more of a vague look at the snow forecast, showing the better chances for snow basically in the extreme northwestern part of the Midlands into the upstate of South Carolina. Again, that glaze of ice, freezing rain, certainly possible, with some areas getting some moderate freezing rain. We'll continue to kind of watch that. Haven't had any measurable snow since January 21st, 2022. That is 1,085 days ago. If you see something cool and are able to shoot a picture, hey, send it our way. We'll try to share it, but make sure you can do it safely. Do want to mention kind of a fun fact here. Why milk and bread, question mark. The theory behind this is buying these can provide a sense of preparedness and control when facing an unpredictable or uncontrollable situation. So I know a lot of times people say, well, I got to go out and buy milk and bread. Well, there is a theory behind that. Some believe this started after the blizzard of 1978. This was a big time snowstorm that affected the northeast part of the United States. High temperatures later today, only in the mid to low 30s. It's going to be a cold day across the Midlands. We do warm up a touch Saturday and Sunday. High temperatures in the upper 40s. We'll be in the low 50s on Monday, mid to upper 40s Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The beach forecast looking pretty good for the weekend. Can't rule out a little bit of rain and or maybe even some snow over towards Myrtle Beach. Charleston, maybe a little bit of a wintry mix. Weekend looking pretty good with high temperatures in the upper 40s, low 50s. Are expecting a wintry mix, probably a little bit more snow in Greenville with high temperatures only around 31 degrees. January 17th through January 23rd, colder than normal conditions. We're also expecting wetter than normal conditions during that same time frame. You can follow me on these social media outlets. We're giving you more updates on this wintry weather. Have a great Friday and a great weekend.